guys, welcome to the Easy Wellness channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I get tons of questions every day about what books I recommend and podcasts, things like that. I have to tell you that about 2 years ago, I turned off that TV, decided to change my life and fill my brain with some good information. So I decided to start listening to podcasts and reading books, and seriously, I have to say it's changed my life. So I'm going to give you some recommendations on both spectrums, and then you can kind of pick out what you want and start listening and reading. So we're going to go ahead and start with podcast information. Podcast is great because then you can listen to them in your car. It's not taking any time out of your day while you're doing your food prep, while you're doing stuff around the house. It's great. So the first one I would say is if you're wanting to just learn about health and you don't even know where to start, the best podcast I would recommend would be Food in Session. This one is great because it really breaks down. These two ladies break down everything so that you can understand it and you can take away a lot from it. Next, if you're looking for some motivation and inspiration, the Marie Forleo podcast and the Tony Robbins hits the spot. There you can get useful information about how to organize your life, your finances, your health, everything. Vibrant Happy Women, these are really great. Even if you're a woman or you're female or male, you're going to love this podcast. If you have children, you're going to really, really like it. This woman has a bunch of guests on. She has some like 5-minute happy bits, but she also has some longer 30 to 45 minutes podcasts where they bring guests on and they talk about really how they get through life and organize it with a busy schedule and with children. So definitely want to tune into that one. The MF CEO Project is great if you kind of need a kick in the butt with life. He mainly talks about being an entrepreneur, not just in business, but in your own life, how to create value and how to be a good person, and through that, doing things that you love in life. So definitely one I recommend. The Model Health Show by Sean Stevenson is great because he really breaks down health and has a lot of awesome guests on his podcast that are super smart and informative, and it will take you a long way. Now, some of it I will say might be a little bit over your head because it's super sciencey, but he generally has a really good way of just breaking things down so you can understand it. And the last two would be the Pat Flynn Show and Healthy Mind, Fit Body. These are just really quick, 5 to 10 mainly snippets of anything from health to finances to career, just a little bit of everything. So those are the podcasts that I recommend. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about books. If you have issues with sleeping or know anyone who does, I would highly recommend Sleep Smarter and Lights Out. Sleep Smarter is great because it talks about really how to make the most out of your sleep. And Lights Out is going to mainly talk about, hey, without sleep, all these issues you're going to have stress, you're going to have weight gain, you're going to have sugar cravings, everything like that. Both of them I highly recommend. Find Your Happy is really good about just finding and breaking down what things in your life make you happy. So that's one I think just everyone should read right out the gate. Also, Chasing Daylight. Chasing Daylight is one of those books I just feel like everyone should read because it will really give you a new perspective on life and how to create the best life that you have and be grateful for it. The Compound Effects and The Power of Habit. These two are really just talking about over and over again how all those small things will really add up. 10 minutes a day walking, it doesn't seem like much. You can do it. It's easy to do and it's easy not to do. Now, if you take that 10 minutes and times it by 7 days a week, that's 70 minutes. Now times that by 4 weeks that are in a month. I mean, you're going to be burning a lot of calories, getting a lot of health benefits, and your heart's going to be feeling really good. So it really doesn't sound like much. It's all those little things add up to make that really big picture. And Relentless, Tim Glover just really motivates you and kind of breaks people down in different increments of how you react to things, how you do things, and just like the book says, being relentless and never giving up. And the very last one I recommend is The Richest Man in Babylon. Again, this is just one I think everyone should have on their bucket list to read, just like Chasing Daylight. Now, I have some bonus books and podcasts. So the bonus podcast I recommend is going to be Fat Burning Man Show, and that's by Abel James. He does have some guests on, and these guests are like to you and me, just regular people who have really seen good results and done things, and so we can kind of relate to, and that's what I like about his show. And the very next one is going to be 2 book recommendations. Make Your Bed. This is a quick read that you can get in just a few days, and you'll love it. And then Law of Attraction. I think this is one that, again, everyone should read. So these are my book recommendations and my podcast recommendations. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at emily@easywellness.com. Thanks.